Hey guys, welcome back for another installment. We're on day 8, and today I got a new part in. The HID kit for my headlamp came in. Now this is a Chinese, very inexpensive, under 20 bucks kit. You can get it on Amazon, eBay. It looks like everybody's selling the same thing. It's branded Moto HID. You're going to find it under a variety of names online, but they're all like $18.95. Now this is the slim kit made specifically for a single light motorcycle, and I got this because of the size, because it's powered completely by the headlight wiring. You don't have to run a separate wire to the battery. There's no relay. It's just 3-wire connects and go. Now, one thing I noticed right away is that it's not as advertised. It was supposed to be a bi-Xenon, meaning you have the HID light for the low, and then the high beam is supposed to be a separate halogen. This is just one bulb, and it's probably just going to vary the wattage. It's supposed to be 35 on the low. I would imagine 55 on the high, so it's just going to be a little brighter. The other issue with it is, and I won't know if this is going to be a problem until I actually get it on the road, it's not like a stock halogen bulb. This is just an open HID filament completely around the bulb. And here's why that matters. When you put bulbs into a reflector housing, like this stock halogen bulb here, there's a couple things you notice. One, it's got this blackened area at the tip of the bulb, and that's so no light can come straight out from the bulb. All the light is coming from the actual reflector unit. This is the top, this is the bottom. The low beam, the low filament, is right behind that silver part, and you can see there's a little silver reflector inside the glass, inside the bulb itself. That's underneath the low beam filament, and that directs all the light into the upper part of the reflector to give you that low beam pattern, so it's not blinding other traffic. The high beam filament is right behind it, and it's completely open, so it uses the entire reflector circumference, and you get the most light reflecting, and obviously it's higher in the eyes. So this is mimicking the high beam pattern. It's going to use the entire reflector of the headlight assembly. Now, whether or not that's going to blind people, I don't know until I get it on the road. If I get people, flashing me or cops' attention or something like that, I'm going to have to be putting the halogen back in or find an HID kit. There are some out there that work like this. There are some with a little solenoid, and they have a little reflector, and it's down in the low position, and when you flick your high beams on, it actuates and it pulls it back, so it gives you the full circumference. And of course there are others, like I thought this was, where you get the shield over the HID part for the low beam, and then the high beam is just like a halogen. So not too happy about that. I wish it was as advertised. However, for 20 bucks it's worth trying. The other ones, they're like $100, so it was about 5 times as much for what I found out there, at least. Other than that, all it comes with is a set of adapters, and this is so you can place it in a variety of different headlight assemblies. So it works with, H4 and the 9006, whatever your headlight bulb type is. This can go in and replace it with all these combination of parts. And then they give you a little zip tie. And that is it, my friends. There is no instruction manual. But for this model, at least, you really don't need one. On the box, they do give you a couple things. It's full of Chinglish. I'll just give you that warning. I'm just showing you this so you know what to expect if you buy one. Quickest way to install the card game. I think they mean light bulb. So they're just showing you how to take this little collar. You push it up. It's on a spring release. And then you can take this protective shipping cover off, and you put on the adapter of your choice. And they're just showing you that this collar moves, and then you just lock it back in here to close it. I'm going to keep it closed for now while I get this installed. Come on now. Doesn't really want to go back into place. Where is that slot? Stand by. Okay, there we go. Nice and safe and sound. So the other instructions on the box over in this flap, and it gives you a wiring diagram, but it's not for this model. This is for the other ones that use a separate relay and a separate power connector and all that kind of stuff. Throw all this out. Absolutely meaningless. So the box is useless, but what we do have is a couple identification tags. The unit itself First of all, it's very high quality. I have absolutely no problem with the construction. I'm surprised it's this high quality for a $20 unit. Bulb looks fine, housing looks good, the wiring is excellent, it's all sealed, it's very high quality wiring, very pliable rubber, great connectors, it's plastic, like any OEM part I've ever seen. Absolutely rock solid. Everything looks fantastic, so kudos to them for that. This is the only other part you get, and this is what connects to your bike. It simply plugs in here to the unit itself, and this is supplying signal and power. This is just the ballast control that goes to the light. So this is acting as basically a big relay, and this is where it comes in from your bike. Now all you have to do is look up the power wiring schematics for whatever you're putting in, and I looked mine up in the manual so I know what 3 wires to do. And they give you this chart here, which is all you need to know. Red is high beam, white is low beam, black is ground. Now on the bike, black is ground, white is low beam, and yellow is high beam, so I'll go red to yellow, white to white, black to black, and that's it. Let's take a look at the bike. This is a stock headlight assembly. Obviously I haven't done any cleaning or anything. This is how I disassembled it. Plenty of room in here. That's why I was concerned about the size, and I got the slimline version, because that control module is just going to sit back here. I'll Velcro it or double-sided tape, or just wrap it up. These are the stock wiring looms in here. The only ones we're concerned with are the 3 wires that go to the stock headlight assembly. This plugs in to the back of it. We've got the ground. This is the high beam, and this is the low beam. Now right here is where a previous owner had tapped in for those auxiliary lights. So I'm going to snip all these wires just behind that, and that'll give me enough wire here in case I do need to put the halogen back, and I'll just wire these 3 back up. Bada bing, bada boom. But plenty of wire in here, and again, just check your bike to make sure you're putting the right ones on. Now before I go do all this and hack up these wires, maybe for no reason, I want to test it, and we can do that just by attaching to the battery. Should fire right up. I just want to make sure, Chinese parts, you never know, might explode on the first trial, but assuming it goes okay, we'll wire it in. I won't be able to know what it looks like on the street, obviously, until the project's done, but we can at least see what the bulb looks like and verify my thought that the high-low is simply going to be a difference in wattage. Let's give that a shot. So we have our unit, we've got the battery. This simply connects in here. We've got our black to ground. Hey now. So I'm just gonna cinch this down real lightly. And our white is gonna be our low beam. And I'm only gonna do this for a few seconds because, well, I guess I can take this off. I was worried about heat. Just make sure not to touch anything. So here goes nothing. You probably can't see on camera because it's auto exposing, but it's getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Still getting brighter. Holy crap, that is getting bright. Okay, so it definitely works, and it is a true HID bulb. That was just continuing to build in intensity. So that was the low beam. Here is the high beam. Now remember, this is direct off the battery, 12 point something volts. It's going to be even brighter when the bike is running at 14 point something volts. So definitely brighter than a halogen already. More impressive when I get it installed. So here goes the high beam. You're not going to be able to see anything, like I said, because of the auto exposure on the camera, but I'll tell you if I can detect anything with my eye between the high and the low to see if there's any kind of difference. Let's see. Oh, okay, first of all, yes, definitely a difference. This is jumping in my hand as I connect this wire. I can feel the arc, and it is moving it in my hand from the power jump. So let me get it real quick here. Yes, okay, a lot brighter. I can't even look directly at the bulb. I'm looking at the battery right now, and it's continuing to get brighter, brighter, still getting brighter. Okay, so yes, that is a definite difference between the high and low beam. just in power delivery. Very cool. Okay, it works. Let's go ahead and get it installed. I need to figure out what I want to do for those wiring connectors, if I want to do some bullet connectors or if I just want to tape them. Probably just tape them. It's not like they're going anywhere. There we go. Got our fast connect on here. I'm not going to button anything up here because I still have all the wiring to do for the new turn signals and running lights coming. So let's go ahead and install the bulb into the housing. On the back of the headlight assembly here, we've got a rubber protective cap. That just slides off. Now we have the tension release for the stock light bulb. Just give that a push down, swing it up out of the way. Now the halogen bulb comes out and looks like H4 or an H4B. It's got the 3 prongs with the 1 facing up and the 2 down. So let's go ahead and take a look at our adapters here, see what we've got. Here are the metal ones. Find one that matches. Not that one. Maybe this one, and maybe this one. Let's see, what's the difference here? I'm not really seeing a difference. They look the same. Well, I guess it's possible they put 2 of the same one in the package by mistake. That happens. But they sure do look the same. Got the same spread of the tabs, same holes, same depth, same lock position. Yep, these are identical. So we'll pick one. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the module here, so I'm not dragging the module around with the headlight assembly. And when we're buttoning everything back up, we'll fit that in somewhere. So this can just hang out the end here. So we'll take the protective shipping cover off, put on our reflector. Now looking at the stock one, this fatter one is the one that goes up. I don't know if it makes a difference on the bulb or not. Looks like it might come in from this side, so I guess I had to take those off anyway. Feed those through. Come on. One at a time. No shoving. There we go. Being very careful not to touch this bulb with my fingers, and that does not work either because that won't fit through there. Okay, maybe I'm just a little dense. It probably does go, and there's probably a little tab I'm missing here. So let's see, it goes in that way and not lose the spring. Okay, let's see here. Is there some way where it slides through? Hard to tell. Let me figure this out. I'll be right back. Okay, I got it. There is a tiny, tiny little nub. You can see it right there. And it fits in one of the 2 little corresponding bumps. They're just real tiny. So that just allows it to sit flat on the lip. And now we need to hold that down while we push the collar up and lock it into place, and there are little bayonet holes. So we'll slide that in, make sure it is engaging. Sorry, I'm holding it up to try to see so it doesn't slide off. That spring wants to bounce. Let me tell you what. Okay, push it all the way up, push it over, lock it in. That one, 1, 2, 3, good, we are in. Okay, out comes the halogen. Now again, not touching it with my hands. And I'm going to put this in a baggie to the side in case I need to put it back in. So now we're going to put our bulb in. And again, since it's a 360-degree bulb, it should not matter what position it's actually in. Does that fit? No, it sure doesn't. Interesting. All right, let's compare these. Those are different. Okay, well, the metal ring is obviously not the one I need. Maybe I need one of the plastic rings. Stand by. Okay, no go. These are definitely not for installation into the headlight assembly. Not sure what they go to. Other adapters of some kind, but not to do with what we're doing. Here's what I think happened. Remember when I said these are two the same? They are. And I think it's supposed to be 3 different ones. And of course, it's missing the one that I need. It's just the wrong pattern of fingers. So I am unable to mount it into my headlight assembly. Fair warning, you know, like I said, 20 bucks, it was worth a shot. I'll email them. Can't remember if I got it on eBay or Amazon. I think eBay. Anyway, see if I can get a replacement, because obviously this is no good. But the product at least looks promising. While I'm at it, I'm going to try to clarify with them if this was supposed to be the by Xenon or what. So anyway, that's where I'm at with this. I guess I should have test fit that before I went into the wiring, huh? Live and learn. No big deal. Like I said, they're just taped. So, oh, one other thing I got today was a set of punches. I got a set of punches the other day from Home Depot, but they're short. And the short ones would work fine for the wheels, and I forgot about the steering bearings too. So I needed these long ones, this little one here specifically, to get the ones out of the steering part of the bike on the frame, because I'm pretty much going to use all of this to reach from the top down to the bottom bearing. So I will be punching those out as soon as the bearings arrive, which should be, I think, Friday they're scheduled to come in. Anyway, that's it for today. At least we got to see the light work, just not in the assembly. And I'll let you guys know what happens. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Oh, question of the day. Speaking of lights, how do you guys feel about riding at night? Is it no big deal to you? Do you load up your bike with extra lights? Do you have a lot of animals? Do you get a lot of bugs? Do you not even think about it? Do you live in a real rural area like me with a lot of street lights and lights anyway? What are your thoughts? Do you like it? Do you not? Do you try to stay away from it? Let me know. See you next time, guys.